All right, so started this and I read the wrong lyrics. Struggle Jennings is a country rapper, apparently, who is the grandson of Jesse Coulter and step grandson of Waylon. So anyway, I got the right lyrics now. This is Outlaw Sh, and stick around to the end of the video and you'll see me crying like a little baby because when OGL told me good morning, I said good morning. He said, how are you? So I'm crying like a little baby. From what
It was a
Outlaw
strange
wrote.
good morning.
It was. So that brought us here. A little quick to do about this song being redone and what you just reacted to and why it relates.
Okay, so the song was done originally in 1978. Uh, we should probably check that out at some point as well. But it actually charted really well. I think it, number 5 on the Hot Country charts. Um, it was it was from the same album that I've Always Been Crazy came from. So both of our
That's what
recent
happened
two
when we kept
Wayland
pulling
react.
it up, right?
Huh?
We kept getting that when we pulled it up.
Yep. We whenever we would try to pull up Crazy, there would be something that said Outlaw Shit, and we just thought either someone was being goofy when they labeled it, or maybe it was a joke song. But no, like I said, apparently this was something that was actually recorded and then re-recorded. I think sometime in the '90s, uh, where Waylon basically took some of his older stuff and gave it kind of a slower, more, I guess, regretful feel. Um, Sort of similar to what Johnny Cash did with "Hurt" and what John Farnham did with "Help." Just sort of slowed it down and brought the emotion out. So and then apparently there is a rap version of this as well with some additional lyrics. So this for a
There you
song
go.
that yeah for a song that was kind of flew under even Danny's formidable radar when it comes to this sort of thing. There's it's made its presence known.
Well, um, the comments to the song is what, if you'll stick around to the end, didn't want to put them before all this as well. Some of the comments are unbelievably sad, profound, inspiring, and dreadful.
Yeah, the song has resonated with a lot of people in a lot of different ways.
So the lyrics are I'm for law and order, the way that it should be. This song's about the night they spent protecting you from me. Someone called us outlaws in some old magazine. New York sent a posse down like I ain't never seen. Don't you think this outlaw shit's gotten out of hand? We started out to be a joke. What started out to be a joke? The law don't understand. Was it singing through my nose that got me busted by the man? This ain't it. This outlaw shit's gotten out of hand. We were wrapped up in the music. That's why we never saw. The cars pull up. The boys get out and the room fill up with law. They came pounding through the back door in the middle of my song. They got me for possession of something that was long gone. Don't you think this outlaw shit has gotten out of hand? What started out to be a joke, the law don't understand. Was it singing through my nose that got me busted by the man? This ain't it. This outlaw shit has gotten out of hand. That's it. So, seems to be a pretty long song for those fairly short words. Very powerful words, though. Seems like the
Very much
song's
so.
about, we've seen a lot of war references, a lot of people with their dads and loved ones who fought in the war. They're commemorating this song to also a lot of people talk about misunderstood run-ins with the law and maybe things they did or didn't do. So it seems to be what the song's about. I don't know if I'm Radio GL, but it's time.
I guess we're ready as we'll ever be.
should be. This song's about the night they spent protecting you from me. Someone called us outlaws. Some old magazine, New York sent a posse down like I ain't never seen. Don't you think this outlaw shit has gotten out of hand? What started out to be a joke, the law don't understand. Was it singing through my nose that got me busted by the man? This ain't it. This outlaw shit gotten out of hand.
I've heard Waylon sing some slower songs. You haven't got there yet, I know, OGL. But this is a lot heavier. He's older, as you can hear, and he's more pained in what he's singing about. This is, maybe his version of All My Rowdy Friends Have Settled Down by Hank. But this is a much sadder, more a man that probably is reflecting on his life he ain't all that proud of. As he says, and I've always been crazy.
Yeah.
May not be proud of everything I've done, but I can say that I never intentionally hurt anyone.
It seems like I wasn't sure what to expect. The acoustic guitar and strings combination, I mean, to me, anytime you employ both of those, like that's always going to get me. And as you mentioned, his voice, Waylon has always had a very big, manly voice. He's aged. He recorded this in the 90s. This was, around a decade, within the decade of when he passed away. You can still hear some of that strength. It's just now it's much more world weary. Like you said, a lot more pained. And whereas maybe in youth he was much more defiant, now he's just kind of like, again, regretful, sort of wondering, okay, what was that all about? It kind of seems like he's talking about his reputation, making him a target, even though the reputation maybe painted him as something that he wasn't. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that the pictures of him, they, I don't know, whoever put this video together, it's major props. The lyric, that's the night they spent protecting you from me. I guess that was Jesse Coulter that he had on his lap. Like a lot of the imagery in conjunction with the music hits really hard. Waylon has had a life that would be a dream for some and maybe a nightmare for others, but it's been singular, and it's produced some great music. And honestly, Waylon elevated country to a level it hadn't been. He had the first multi-platinum country album. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Quadruple platinum. So yeah, country would not be what it is without Waylon Jennings.
So, I know a lot of what he's talking about in this song. It's about being locked up, the regrets he had. He got locked up same year Elvis died, 77. And it's still on the table whether he was actually guilty or not. It may have a lot to do with the words in the song. I've always been crazy. Waylon Jennings. This is from Country Music Archives right here. Drug habit became very public knowledge on August 23rd, 1977, when the singer got arrested at a Nashville recording studio and charged with conspiracy and possession of cocaine with intent to distribute. The DEA raided the studio in the middle of a recording session after getting a tip about a package containing cocaine that had been mailed to Jennings. The country star managed to delay the DEA search of the premises by challenging their warrant, which incorrectly identified him as the owner of the studio he only rented. While they were sorting that mix-up, Jennings and his drummer managed to hide or dispose of the original package and all of the other drugs on the premises, but Jennings faced an arrest anyway. The charges were eventually dropped at Jennings' preliminary hearing due to the original faulty warrant. Jennings immortalized the incident in his hit song, Don't You Think This Outlaw Bit's Done Gotten Out of Hand, which is what we're listening to, the remake. So yeah, this song is about when he got busted.
Okay, I didn't aware. I mean, I guess it sounds like it's based on a very specific scenario, but I was not aware of that. They actually raided him while he was recording. That's insane.
Yeah, it's hearing the lyrics too makes a lot more sense now. I'm for law and order, the way it should be. The song's about the night they spent protecting you from me. Someone called us outlaws, some old magazine. They sent New York posse down like I've never seen. What started out to be a joke, the law don't understand. Was it singing through my nose that got me busted by the man? We were wrapped up in the music. That's why we never saw. The cars pulled up. The boys got out. The room filled up with law. They came pounding in the back door in the middle of my song. They got me for possession of something that was long gone. So, yeah. The man is the outlaw, the original outlaw. He is where the term comes from. And George Jones still punched him in the mouth.
I've always.
There's your highwayman.
Oh yeah, that's a great picture too. Almost as soon as you started playing me this outlaw country, I noticed the parallels between this and heavy metal as far as like general attitudes. If there's anything more metal than being raided by the police in the middle of recording a song, delaying them on a technicality, and then hiding all your, disposing of all your shit, I definitely want to hear. Like, that is a crazy song to be able. That's a crazy theme to be able to write a song about from personal experience. Actually, being raided during the recording of a song. That
there have been a lot of these country music singers locked up. Hank Williams Jr., George Jones, who got out. Waylon being one who was probably looking at some hard time. There are only 3 of them that have actually done hard time. Johnny Cash being the obvious with Folsom Prison Blues. He actually went back to Folsom Prison and played in the prison for the inmates.
Iconic. This is also metal as hell.
One of a kind. No one's ever done that in any genre ever.
Yeah.
That I know of. Not on public radio, for sure. And Merle Haggard. I turned 21 in prison doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. So we'll get to that. The Okie from Muskogee. And the other was Hank Williams Sr. Was arrested many, many, many times. The only one that ever done hard time was Merle Haggard, though, and Johnny Cash. Yeah, so not saying there aren't other country music singers that have, but out of the big ones, that's the ones I know of. Yeah. Man, sorry the reaction's so long, guys. 15 minutes, so we'll. Yeah, the video is very well done.
I'm forlorn way that it should be. This song's about the night they spent protecting you from me. Someone called us outlaws. Some old magazine. New York sent a posse down like I ain't never seen. Don't you think this outlaw shit gotten out of hand? What started out to be a joke, the law don't understand. Was it singing through my nose that got me busted by the man? This ain't it, this outlaw shit gotten out of hand, out of hand. We were wrapped up in the music. That's why we never saw. Cars pull up, the boys get out, and the room fill up with law. They came bounding through the back door in the middle of my song. Got me for possession, something that was long gone. Don't you think this outlaw shit gotten out of hand?
Willie and
Waylon.
Waylon and Willie. Yeah. Willie was just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, along with Hank Williams Jr. and Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash and Hank Williams Sr. They're all in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Hank was put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 18 years before the Country Music Hall of Fame. And it's just a really well put together video. I love that Waylon, not trying to be against the law, but I've done a year behind the walls and in the county. So, you know that 1 year in the county is like 2 years in the pen. So they both have their disadvantages and advantages. But anyway, the reflection on what might have been is profound here in a song like this, which I talk about a lot within Alice in Chains music, some Tool music. It's very dark, very sad or depressing or whatever you want to call it. It's a man defeated, reflecting on something that once held high as a crown of the in UFC, the Nate Diaz and what's his name fought for the bad MFR belt.
Nate and Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah. So it was kind of like the badass, and really, from what I understand, who introduced all these boys to Quaaludes was Elvis. And they all played together. Jerry Lee, Elvis, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings. Hank Williams Jr. was actually touring before Elvis ever started his career because Hank was on the road at 8 years old. Hank's actually started before most all these singers. But that's just another one of Waylon's running partners. So yeah, I'm sorry. We'll get back to the song. Just wanted to shout out Willie Nelson for being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year.
90 years old, still going strong.
And we got 7 Spanish Angels coming so soon. Probably would have been today, but this wouldn't happen. All right, let's finish it up.
Started out to be a joke. Law don't understand. Was it singing through my nose? Got me busted by the man. This ain't it. This outlaw shit gotten out of hand, out of hand.
Those two of Waylon's favorite things right there. The guitar Buddy Hollies and Jesse Coulter. So I love that picture there. That's awesome.
Yes, there are some pictures here. There was one of Waylon and Johnny Cash where they had the overcoats and the hats on. To just like a lot of these pictures look like they could have been taken from the Wild West. So they're like modern day gunslingers, but they swing guitars instead of pistols.
Well, Troy Elders is who made this video, and you've done a great job, Troy. But obviously, you got a problem with Hank because this video, that's all it's missing.
That is true.
I may be partial to Hank, but to leave Hank out of a reflection video of Waylon Jennings would have pissed Waltosh off. So, but I'm not mad at you, Troy Elder. I'm just saying Waylon would have been. But other than that, this video is amazing, and I thank you for it.
I also love how it's almost entirely in black and white. There's some sepia in there. Beautiful arrangement on the song. Again, the strings. Now there's a piano in there. It's just
A violin, a cello.
Yeah,
I've heard.
very somber. And Waylon is just proof that you don't need to have a gigantic range to have an emotional vocal. I mean, there's life in his voice. Time, experience. Those are things that you can't learn.
Yeah, in no way is he past his singing abilities in this song. He is just defeated in the song, and you can hear it.
It's not
his vocals aren't gone.
Yeah,
No
it's not a
means.
song that requires him to sing super high or anything like that. It actually works best with a sort of lower, within a limited range. I don't say limited, but like within a smaller, more contained range. Because as we discovered with Crazy, Waylon can get up there when he wants to.
Yeah,
But this is sort of a song where you need that sort of slow, melancholy feel. And he's got a voice that's great for that sort of thing. I mean, honestly, Waylon's voice is great for pretty much anything that he sets it to. But it's sort of the feat that Danny mentioned, but you can still hear flickers of that strength in his voice, which I love.
Yeah. I love that. He probably done this with no intention of anybody hearing it.
Right.
And maybe not. I'm not saying we shouldn't be listening to it. I'm saying I'm glad we are. It's definitely the most personal song we ever heard Waylon sing, and that's saying a lot. So. Good-hearted woman. I think that was the last publicized picture of Waylon. He did end up losing his foot, I think. He had to amputate it about a year before he passed. So he wasn't seen a whole lot during that time, but yeah. So it's a beautiful thing. Not the foot, but just his life in general. So I'm guessing that is the, must have even a different video. So I don't know, but this one was by Troy Elder, so thank you, bud.
Yeah, fine job. Really well
Yeah,
done.
there's plenty for an outro that we had for an original intro. So much love to the Outlaws, to the pioneers of country, to Waylon. Rest in peace, my friend.
And yeah, Waylon may be gone, rocking paradise, but honor his memory. Think for yourself, be yourself, and it may keep you from going insane, even if it makes you crazy.
There you go. All right, OGL, OGT, I mean OGT. Yeah. Wait a minute.
This goes with that.
Yeah, OGT, man. Wow. All right. Yeah. Stay tuned. Or there's more after this.
Mental health is real, guys, as Danny is demonstrating. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We'll be seeing you all around very soon.
Peace out. Well, by now.
Yes, I can.
All right. So we are recording. I was telling OGL, he just told me good morning. I told him good morning, asked him how he's been feeling. He's been a little sick under the weather. And I was crying like a baby over an Outlaw song. Motorhead. So we just did what? You did I've Always Been Crazy, right?
Yes, we did Crazy, which was a really fun song.
What did we keep pulling up every time we tried to pull the song up? The title we kept getting.
Well, it shows up as on the thing as I've Always Been Crazy, but it also shows up as Outlaw Shit.
Yeah, like outlaw poop, outlaw shit.
Right. And I just thought either that was like a joke song that Waylon might have done, or just maybe, I don't know, someone was just being silly when they labeled it. But apparently this is an actual song, and apparently it's anything but funny.
Well, I mean, all I did was go to the comments and read a few comments. Me and OGL both have it pulled up on the computer. I had both of our damn faces up there too, but I lost this. So, oh yeah, I was going to share the screen, wasn't I? I don't think it matters if we're both here and we can hear the damn screen.
Yeah.
So, we're looking at the same screen. You read a comment and I'll read a comment, OGL.
All right. All right. So, first one, we're starting from the top here. It's 2022, and there's still real outlaws out here. Riding solo, no family, looking for their families, making music, and raising hell. Rest in peace, Waylon.
Yeah, I love that. That was a year ago. This one from Madness Prolo in 1974. 3 years ago. My dad died 2 days ago. He served his country with honors in Korea. He never was an outlaw type, but he raised one. This song plays along with a shot of the finest whiskey, I'm assuming. In his memory, R.I.P. Forgive me for not knowing. PHP, Staff Sergeant, U.S. Army, born 1936, died 2020. Rest in peace, sir.
Yes, sir. That gentleman was 84 when he passed away. The father. I believe my dad was in the Korean War as well. So, um, yeah, much gratitude for that man's service.
Powerful. He never was an outlaw type, but he raised one.
Let's see. This is from Mark FR8IL. Fradel. Oh. Waylon is a legend, one of the few that will forever be remembered. Waylon is definitely a legend and will definitely be remembered forever.
And then this next one is the one that scared me a little bit. From Brian Hogan. Almost like my last name. 4948. 5 months ago. There's something about a deep, dark music that makes my soul smile. Love this song.
That comment sounds like it could have just as easily come from you, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so this is from Laziv7 from 2 years ago. This was my dad's song. He was a great man, served his country and lived an honorable life, but was always misunderstood. God bless his soul. I miss him.
Well, there you go again. That comment scares me a little.
Yeah.
And Carter Myers, 9701, 2 months ago. From a young wild child with a broken home to hanging with all the wrong crowds and ending up with permanent repercussions. And then going to a working man, starting with nothing but a nickel and a dream that one day I can change. This song hits hard. I wish I had paid attention to Pops and his music more as a kid. Maybe then I'd be a different man. But here's to the change. Never forget where you come from or the journey. It'll help shape you. Yeah.
Wise words.
I love the next one. There you go. I told you about the Garth Brooks feud.
Yep. This is from Reaper Man
Be
2168.
Monetization.
So, would you like me to say it in all of its glory, or would you like me
Just use a different word. No.
Okay. So, Waylon once said Garth Brooks did for country music what pantyhose did for finger banging. Waylon, you were right. Long live the true outlaws. So apparently, and Danny's been inducting me into the beautiful world of outlaw country. Apparently, Waylon was not the biggest Garth Brooks fan.
Well, they just never got. They never did like each other, man. From day one, Waylon thought Garth didn't show the respect that was deserved. Got his fame too easy. Garth thought Waylon was over dramatic. Didn't say a whole hell of a lot else. Just Waylon didn't like him. There wasn't a whole lot he could do about it. He wasn't going to change. But Waylon said a lot. I think Hank said in that tribute, Waylon always had a lot to say and had a lot and questioned everything. But he always had, how do you say it? But he always had answers to all the questions. So, I love that. So, the next few I'm just going to read, and I think they encapsulate what this song was going to mean. When a song haunts you to your very soul, you realize the words are a reflection of your life. Waylon, even though you're gone, your poetic words live through your fans. May you and the man in black make heaven a more interesting place. Then Debanyati. Okay. DB on Yachty. I don't know. Sad song from a legend. When the law is abused, a message meant for him. I think when the law has abused, maybe. Not sure. You can hear the hurt in his voice. Glad he wrote a song about it. R.I.P. The it is the question, people. God bless Waylon Jennings. My God, I love this version. The original will never be duplicated, but there's something about this one. It's pure haunting. How I miss the real country music by the real outlaws. Long live Waylon and the rest of them that made it the best music in the world. Didn't know there was more than one version. What did you find out about the song?
Okay, so just brief glance. One thing I did discover is that it was originally called "Don't You Think This Outlaw Bit's Done Got Out of Hand." Let's see here. It was released after he passed away in 2008. It was first released in. Okay, sorry, I was getting a bit confused. It was first released in October 1978. It's the second single from his album "I've Always Been Crazy." All right, so there's a through line there. It peaked at number 5 on the Hot Country Singles chart, reached number 1 on the RPM Country chart. Waylon redid the song specifically, as well as several others, in a session in the mid 1990s, in a much slower and more regretful tone towards his previous actions, dubbing it "Outlaw Shit," and it would be released on the 2008 album "Waylon Forever." Okay, so this is apparently sort of he did to his own song what I guess Disturbed did with "Sound of Silence," or Trent Reznor did with "Hurt." Is basically just sort of
What Johnny Cash did with her.
I'm sorry, what Johnny Cash did with her. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And
But
what
yeah,
John
basically he
Farnham
took
did
one of
with
his own
Help.
songs and cast it in a new light.
And what John Farnham did with Help. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And there's a tribute album called "I've Always Been Crazy," tribute to Waylon Jennings. This song is apparently covered by James Hetfield from Metallica. That's
Wow.
interesting. Yeah, definitely want to track that down at some point.
Well, I'm going to pop it in here, and then I got to pop my ears in. Get ready for it. All right. What do you call it? Station identification.